Hey guys, hey, messing around in the bone zone today, man. Uh, hey, I just wanted to talk to somebody, so I thought I'd do a video and talk to you guys, right? Ain't no fun talking to yourself, guys. Actually, you're worried about someone walking up on you while you're talking to yourself, and they're going to think you lost it, right? They're strange. But I like to come out here, in the bone zone when I'm in that deep thought mode, mood, you know what I mean? And, and just kind of run by some things and try something and try this and try that and, just see if something comes up, man, that, I can work out and practice more and then take it to the casino and try it out, man, what's on my mind today is, trying to find that key to longevity, man. You know what I mean? How do we... Wouldn't you like to be able to throw a monster roll every time you go? I mean, I'm not saying every session, okay? Every time you go to the casino, I don't care if it's every day or once a week or twice a week or whatever, and you're going to play, an average of 4 or 5 sessions that almost guaranteed, because there's really nothing guaranteed in this game of craps, but it's almost guaranteed that one of your sessions you're going to release the Kraken, right? You're going to throw that monster roll every time, man. I mean, it's almost, like I said, it's guaranteed every visit you have to the casino, man. That's the key to longevity, man, If one session you can just pop it, well, I got it on my board here, the Kraken doesn't start till 25 throws, so you're going to throw at least 25 throws to release the monster roll, okay? And beyond. How about double that, 50 throws, right? And I sometimes I get in these deep thought moods and I'm like, there's got to be a way to do that. I mean, because there's nothing you can't do in craps, people. I mean, but I don't want to just do it once, okay? I want to be able to repeat, okay? What's the key to longevity in a throw? And I'm sitting around thinking, let's go backwards, okay, for a moment, and I'm thinking, and I'm like, okay, if I, I've been around the craps table for over 25 years, okay, and if I think back, for what I can. And I'm thinking of all these monster rolls I've witnessed in my life, okay? Around the craps table. I can't remember all of them, but most of them. And, the one factor really sticks out is, I'm going to say 95% of them have been random rollers, okay? They've been random roller throws, okay? Or the guys, they just, whatever the stick man brings back to them, they just pick up the dice and throw them. Okay, and then you're witnessing this, and it's going on, and you're thinking, man, this is totally insane, totally impossible. This throw's got to stop on the next throw. It can't keep going on, and it does, and it keeps going, and he's past 20 throws, and he's past 30 throws, and you're like, holy cow, man! And of course you don't want it to stop because you're pressing everything up. Everybody is, man. It's a madhouse scramble. That's what it is. The monster roll is total chaos on the table. Of course, the casino's freaking out because they know they're going to lose a lot of money. The dealers are hoping, hope everybody tips us and we're going to make some good money today. And everybody on the table, the participants are like, yes, this is what they were waiting for, man. Everybody goes to the casino for the monster roll, man. That's our greed. We want to see it. We want to participate in it. We want to make our money right there and then. That's going to be it. We know it's only going to be one throw, one monster roll. Nobody does back-to-back monster rolls, right? Rarely, okay? But that's our opportunity, man. So it's a mad chaos scramble to make all the money we can. And it's insane. And you're sitting there and you're watching this throw and you can't believe it's happening. How is this guy, you're so mystique and you're like, setting your dice, and man, you're trying to do everything right, and you got your mechanics, and you're being perfect on your mechanics, you know, and you're trying to do everything right, and you ain't throwing no 30, 40, 50, 60 throw, but man, this dude just picks up the dice with the stick man, sends them and just throws them, and he's hitting number after number after number, and you're thinking it ain't fair, right? Why can't I do that, being more, you know, perfect in my throwing? That's crafts, guys. That's the nature of craft, and that's how, you know, that's what drives us crazy in this game, and makes us want more. So, you know, I'm thinking about this, you know, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'd say 95% of all the monster rolls I've ever seen are random rolls, man. So what's the key? I don't want to just, you know, kiss it off for luck, man, because it is luck, but I don't want to kiss it off for that. There's got to be a meaning of, or a way we can bottle this up. You know, I haven't mastered it, guys. So I'm not going to spring something on you here like, hey, I mastered the random roll. No, I haven't. Okay, so let's get to that real quick. If you guys are waiting for me to pop it out on you, I'm not, because I have not done it. I'm just out here messing around trying to find it, right? I never stop trying, right? And, you know, so somehow it's in. You know, I've always, you guys have heard me talk about this in videos, because that's where I come up with my random sets, right? Where I random, you know, where I just set my dice. I don't have any sevens. I don't have any duplicate numbers. I don't have any hard ways, no horn numbers. You know, I'm trying to clean my dice up and only have place bet numbers on all 4 rows of my dice. You know, I'm trying to figure this out, man, okay? And, you know, every throw is a different dice set, okay? I believe in that, man. I believe that's the key to mastering, instead of using the same dice set, the same mechanics over and over. I'm not saying that don't work, and I'm saying you're never going to win, you're never going to be steady with that, because you can be, okay? All I'm saying is, I'm going by, you know, thinking of all the random rows, the random roll monster rolls that I've seen in my lifetime, man. And I know there's more random rollers than dice setters, so yeah, you're going to see more monster rolls thrown by random people because there's just more of them. I understand that, okay? I mean, if it was 50-50, you know, maybe it would be more like 50% of the monster rolls would go each way toward dice setters and random. But right now, you know, dice setters are outnumbered probably 50-1 on a craps table, because you just don't see people doing it. Because everybody's probably tried it, but they want instant gratitude, and they probably failed at it and gave up and just went back to random rolling. So you see more random rollers than you do, you know, dice setters. So of course you're going to see, like I said, more monster rolls done by random sets. But I know that I'm always going to know that setting your dice to a different dice set each time you throw the dice. That's why I like using multiples and mixing them up. I think that's the best way to throw the dice, because I just think you hide from the 7, you run from the 7. You know, a little bit of luck thrown in there too. That the dice are not going to bounce in a certain way where there's a 7 waiting. However you want to explain it or think it up. That's kind of just it, man. So, you know, so coming up with a way to just throw these dice, right? Okay, there's a 7 right off the bat. See, so I did a random set, threw my dice kind of just with an underhand pin. And, you know, there's my 7 weight. I'm not a good random roller, guys, so that's why I set my dice. I'm just not any good at random setting. So, you know, I'll come out here sometimes and I'll do my random sets. And I'll throw different, trying to find which way to throw these things, okay? That one was just basically a little underhand pin. Now with a little 2-finger grip, just throw a little rotation on it. Okay, boom, 617 again, man. Trying to find a way to throw this random set, because it's more than just setting your dice, guys. It's about how you're going to throw the dice. Okay, how do we make random setting work? What's the best way to throw it? Okay. Okay, let's try inline. Okay, got a 6 that time, man. Didn't throw a 7. Okay, I mean, is that the way to throw it? I don't know, man. I'd have to throw it 1,000 times to see if that's going to work, man. You know, I'm not just going to go off of one throw or one session. I'm going to throw it for a week, maybe a couple of weeks, man, and try. Okay, set our dice at random set, throw that in line again. But this is how I come up with, you know, some of my throws to see if they work. Then I take them to the casino, and I always try to win 2 or 3 times. Not necessarily in a row. I might go try it and win, then I'll go back and do something I know next time I go. But I like to do different things when I go back to the casino. I don't like to just get into the same rut of throwing the same way, same mechanics all the time forever. I just can't do that. My mind's not set for that. I'm always, you know, I'm like that cow, man. He's always looking over the fence, seeing greener grass, you know. He can't be complacent with what he's got. You know, he wants to get on the other side of that fence. That's kind of way I kind of think of stuff, you know, when of everything in life, not just craft, but it's just part of my crafts game where I just don't want to go back and do. You know, I can always fall back on that, you know, if I don't, you know, if I go in and try something different and it don't work, I can fall back to that where what did work last time I was here. And then I'll do that and get out of my, you know, get out of it and win some money, right? All right, it's gonna be a 5. You know, so I'm looking at this, you know, and I'm just throwing, you know, and I'm thinking, okay, well, I already won this game here. If I'm working my come-outs, I got a 4-score hit game. If I'm not, I got a 3-score hit game. Okay, that'll be a win. All right. I don't have to throw 100 times, but if we can learn to throw 100 times, then we know we're always going to win with that short game, because we know we can pass that up and get into far numbered throws. Okay. Ace deuce. Oh, hey, I know a couple of Patreons were asking me about my bone thrower email account, and I couldn't, and they were trying to email me stuff, along with some other people too, by the way, and then I kept, you know, I didn't know it wasn't working, so I went in there and checked it, and it said that my storage was was full, so I couldn't receive any emails. So I went in and deleted some stuff, and then Warren tried again. I guess it didn't work, so I went back in again and deleted more stuff. Cause see, I got a lot of files. I mean, I get a lot of emails from people. They like to email me their chip win videos, which I love to see, guys. I love seeing you guys' chip win videos. It just makes me feel good to see that. I love seeing, you know, it work, and these people out here are making money and, you know, enjoying it and having fun and changing their life. You know, I love helping out in that any way I can. I've always been that way my whole life, not just in craft. My neighbors, whoever I live by, I'll do anything for them. Friends, okay? And I love seeing these chip win videos and people sending me, you know, copies of their tables they built, you know. So I get a lot of that on email, because you can't do that on Patreon or YouTube. So that's a 5. So they send that stuff through email because they can send their pictures to me, and I love it. But yeah, I never delete them. So I get all these big emails with all these attachments, man, with pictures on them. So it does kind of fill up my my Gmail there. So I got rid of all that. Okay, guys. So Warren, give it a shot, man, and see if you can. I know Warren's been dying to send me a chip win video. Try it again, because Russ T just emailed me on it, so he got through. So I know it's working. Okay. So give it a shot. Oop. Just doing a little pinch here in a little inline throw, just over the pass line. Okay, it's gonna be aces. Doing random sets, guys. Okay, random sets where we clean up our dice. You know, this way seems to be working kind of good. Okay, I'm not saying this is it. This is how I throw this. I'm just kind of messing around in here today. You know, just wanted to come out and just mess around. Kind of try some stuff, you know. Ace deuce. Oh, hey, too, I don't know if you guys seen that video. I'm sure you guys did. I put a video out. I'm moving out to the country. And I mean, that's just all it is. I'm moving. I mean, I've always lived in the country. But we moved back to the smaller town. And you know, we've lived here a few years, and I just never could get used. I just never got used to living. I've always lived in the country, you know, where it's been quiet and you kind of do your own thing out there, you know. So you know, it's just time to get back out to the country. Well, you know. And you know, I found this property, and it reminded me. I'm like, only because of the times we live in, guys. I mean, this is crazy times, man. I mean, I'm not trying to scare nobody out there, but man, you know, you got to be prepared, because to me, we've crossed the line as a country. I'm not gonna get into political stuff. This ain't about political stuff, man. I'm just talking about we're here. We've already done it. We're here. These are the facts, okay? You know, we've never seen historic, you know, gas prices like this, food prices. I mean, you can go to the lumber yard, everything there's, I mean, I don't care where you go, it's unbelievable, man. You know? And, you know, there's people out there that are really, really, truly struggling and are in trouble, okay? And it's only getting worse, all right? I've been around. I've lived through the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s, okay? So I've seen stages of our country. And this stage we're in now I've never seen before. And I don't ever want to see it. And I'm not wishing for disaster at all, but it doesn't hurt to prepare, right? So anyway, so I'm thinking, well, I'm getting back out to the country in case something happens. So I found this property, and believe me, guys, I don't know if you guys have been looking for land. I don't know how it is in your area, but man, land is like everything else, man. And inflation, it is like quadrupled, man. This is expensive property that I'm buying. I mean, very, very expensive property, okay? I mean, just for 40 acres. I mean, it's outrageous, man. But that's how it is. That's what land, you know, if you want to buy land today, man, you're going to pay out the ass for it, you know? But anyway, you know, I found this, and you know, it's like, man, this is like, it's like on the edge of the world, you know. And I'm thinking, man, this is like the perfect end of the world house, you know what I mean? Because you're so secluded back in the sticks, man. I mean, you're way back in there. You guys seen that video where I drove up there, man. It's insane. That's a bad throw, if you can call it a bad throw. Okay, I threw a 7. See, I didn't like the throw as soon as I threw it, and I hit a 7. I mean, can you throw bad, random? I don't know, man. I guess you could, like anything else, right? But anyway, I started up a new site. It's called End of the World. So you got to go into YouTube and punch in End of the World House. And then you'll get that site. I accidentally put it through my bone thrower on YouTube because I didn't change. You got to change the little icon up on the back on the top, and I did. I was on my bone thrower page and didn't notice it. So when I uploaded that video, it went on my and I had public on it. You know, so immediately. Usually I don't do public. I just do private. Then I go into public to to send it. But this one's already in public, so it went into YouTube. I mean, into bone thrower. And everybody got to see that, and I didn't really want to do that. I mean, it's already done, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, it's gonna be a 6. That's my point. So anyway, I didn't mean to put it out on that, but I did, and there's already been almost 1,000 people have already seen it. So hey, I guess it turned out okay because I got all good comments on it, But anyway, if you want to see more videos on that and watch me. Out in the woods, I mean, I'm not moving out there yet. I mean, I've actually purchased the property for a year, okay, through an owner finance situation, because there's a lot of things wrong with the house. Like number one, it's got rural water, but the water lines run from way up there on the top of the road where I turned in, and then they go all the way through the woods, through a creek, through a lot of shit. To pipe this water all the way up to and climb a hill to pipe water to this house. And somewhere along the line, the water line's busted because there's no water going to the house. So I told the guy, man, I said, hey, I'll purchase the property, but, I got to find where this water line's broken, right? Because, I'm not living out here without water. So I talked him into just selling it to me for 1 year on an owner finance thing with the option to to get financing through a bank or mortgage company to eventually purchase the property. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, man. So I own it and I don't own it, you know what I mean? Because if I can't fix the water line, I ain't moving out there. And I hope I find it because I want to move out there, all right? But anyway, it's going to be, I'm going to do videos out there on YouTube. End of the World House. Okay, that's where you guys got to go. So go there and subscribe. Give me a heads up on that, man, so I can start, because until you get so many subscribers, they don't put your video out. So people can't see it. Only people are going to see it is you guys, because you guys know who I am and I'm telling you. But for the world to see it, they're not going to be able to see it. Period, because they got all these limits of, it's got to be so many views, it's got to be so many subscribers before they'll actually release it to the public, so to speak, which is a bunch of bullshit. But anyway, I think I got 3 or 4 videos out there on it. I showed some deer out there that were out there. I pictured them. I did a walkthrough. This is earlier. Before. But you'll notice there's not a lot of leaves on the trees, and then there's some now. So some of these were early videos of a few months ago. So I've already purchased the property. I've already owned it since the first of the year. So I've had it for a while. So I had it back when you could walk in the woods and not worry about getting chiggered out or ticked out. And that's what you got in them woods, man. A lot of ticks and chiggers and what have you is out there, you know what I mean? And so I did a walk around, on part of the property, and it's pretty cool. I actually walked the stream. It's kind of like a stream. It's got a nice waterfall in there. So if you're into that kind of stuff, nature type stuff, and then of course I'm gonna do a lot of stuff like, set up for the end of the world, so you want to have a garden, you want to build you a chicken coop and get some chickens and stuff, and, I've had all that shit in my life before, man, so I've been there, done that, you know what I mean? So this ain't new to me, it's just that, and all it is living out in the country, guys, but, end of the world house sounds pretty interesting, and for these times that we live in, so what the hell, man? So I'm going to do it, man. I'm going to do a more simpler type videos. I mean, I'm still going to do my craft stuff, guys, but I just thought it'd be kind of cool just to start doing some videos on my adventures out here in the country. And if you guys want to follow along, I appreciate it. You guys are more than welcome. And it's the End of the World House. Just punch that in. I did, and it came up on my phone. You got to scroll down a little bit. It doesn't come up immediately. So you'll find it. And then go ahead and hit that subscribe, guys, and let's get on a journey, man. Let's check stuff out here. Hell, you know, if the world ends, man, maybe I'll give you directions and you guys can come out there and live with me, man. We'll just live together. All right, we'll be able to throw craps on my table because there won't be no casinos around, right? All right, so just messing around, man, with this throw on an inline. Okay, I got 3 score hits here and then 2 here. So I got a 5. And if I wasn't working my come out throws, and this here is what I call 0.5, because see, I didn't get both hits, okay, because I'm not working. So these points here don't count. So what I call my score ratio was 5.5. And that's exactly where I want to be at, okay, because 5.5 is I can play my 2, 3, 4, 5 score hit game and win every time, right? Now if I'm working my come out, I got 5, 6, 7, 8 score hits, okay? That's, of course, the better ratio and the best way to go is to work those come outs and get a full 8 score hits, okay? We end up throwing 10, 12, 14 throws, 2 of them are 7s, but that's kind of what we want to do, okay? You know, but now I want to be steady with that, and I want to be able to do this every time out. That's kind of where I'm at. You know, just kind of messing around out here in the bone zone, guys. I'll keep doing this, and you know, if this turns out to be a decent throw or a decent way to throw the dice, okay? But I really think that random sets are the way to go with longevity, man, because I mean, you know, you know, there's the probability of the game. There's the law of average of the game. You know what I mean? And by setting the dice and throwing them one way, in my mind, I'm setting myself up for disaster, okay? And I like the idea of random setting because each time I throw the dice, I'm throwing a different dice set. But yeah, I don't know yet fully 100%, is that the best way? You know, I'm still messing around, I'm still trying to figure it out. And I hope I get there so I can share it with you guys and, you know, we can have longevity in this game. So check out my new website. Stay with me on Patreon. Thanks for watching. Keep on watching. And the dice are in your hands.